Appreciate you hitting the button. Welcome to the Hot Hustle Podcast with Hank. This is episode 159. This is probably the last one of the year. I'm not really sure yet. You know how things work with me. It may happen, it may not. Life be life, and shouts out to Nine Mimi. Episode 159. Special guest in the building. My girl in the building. Reintroduce yourself to the audience.
It's your girl, Taya Moore, aka Just Taya. Back again for the third time.
It might be more than that. I don't know.
No, it's my third time. I was on here the first time, then I was on here with Britt. It's my third time.
All right, so look, Taya, it's not bragging if it's true. Shouts out to us. Salute to us. Because the video from the first episode, the first live show that we did, the podcast link crew, is now up on the BS3 network. If you got the Roku TV app, if you do not, you should download that and then watch us on demand on the BS3 network. You can watch the first live show that we did. The show from August. That's why everybody got on shorts and t-shirts and shit. We didn't just do this. But make sure y'all get over there. Make sure y'all run the numbers up for us. And you know what I'm saying? Let everybody know that the podcast link crew sent you. Also follow us at Podcast Link Philly on Instagram. Now, Taya, episode 159. Like I always tell everybody, everything is content. Everything can be turned into a topic. We having
that's one of my shirts. You see it in the background.
It's like I planned it that way.
Hey.
We having a meeting the other night, and Taya says, well, on my vision board for 2024, I had this list of stuff that I had, and she starts running them down, and I said, oh, that's a topic. Taya, give us the topic.
Elevate your fairy tale.
Taya says, elevate your fairy tale. Shouts out to Mr. Know-It-All also. He was on the call. Elevate your fairy tale. And I said, shit, damn, wow, how do you do that? Taya, the floor is yours. Episode 159. How do you elevate your fairy tale?
So elevate your fairy tale just means making whatever your dreams are a reality. So if I have this fairy tale of me, for example, doing a live show, right? Because before January, I hadn't done a live show. So, fairy tale, me curating a live podcast, right? I elevated that fairy tale by actually doing it twice. So that's part of it. You know what I mean?
Don't leave out. Don't sell yourself short. Don't leave out the karaoke too now.
And the karaoke event.
It wasn't a show, but you know what I'm saying? We're in the hosting and such things.
Yes.
So you know what I'm saying? Y'all need somebody to host something.
Event as well at Crush Lounge. Shout out to Crush Lounge for hosting us twice. Hip Hop edition as well as karaoke at Crush was at Crush Lounge. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to them. Black businesses all day.
Copy that.
So yeah, basically what that meant on my vision board was elevate my fairy tale, meaning the things that I dream of doing don't have to be a fairy tale. I can elevate them to reality. A lot of women's fairy tale is what? The healthy relationship. You know what I'm saying? Make it a reality. It's basically what it means. It's elevate a fairy tale to reality.
So funny you say this. Elevating your fairy tale with a healthy relationship. Most people don't even know what a healthy relationship looks like.
Episode 182 of the Mr. Know-It-All podcast.
I was listening to a podcast and somebody asked, like, so you and your wife don't argue? Like, what you mean? He's like, is that good? Is that healthy? Like, that's very healthy. Why would you need to argue? Like, you can have disagreements. We could not agree on things because we two different people. We come from two different walks of life. I was raised this way, you was raised that way, but we should never be in a situation where we just arguing, especially like you got kids, them kids, the walls ain't as thick as you think they is. They're not made out of steel, they're not soundproof. Them kids can hear you. So if your son hears that you always cussing his mom out, guess what you think he gonna do? If your daughter hears that the mom is always cussing out the dad, what do you think she's gonna do? So I don't even know if healthy relationships is having everybody's fairy tale these days. But elevate your fairy tale. Like I said, that one kind of hit me because it was like, well, damn, what is the fairy tale now? Because the fairy tale was always, husband, wife, white picket fence, dog, and two kids type situation.
Right.
What the hell is the fairy tale now?
That's a good question. These days, it's getting flued out somewhere. Listen, I don't know. That's not my fairy tale though. I
All right, so
mean,
hold up. See
especially
the other
not the
ones.
dog, because I don't like dogs. No offense to any
I don't
dog
like dogs
lovers,
either.
but
Uh,
I don't like dogs.
since you brought this up again, I always was what the guest says. By the way, that is a lovely wristband that you have on your arm there. Where might you have
You
gotten
know what
that
I'm
one
saying?
from?
How the Hustle podcast always
Oh,
represent.
okay, copy that. I'm available on all streaming platforms.
I'm
Five
sorry,
stars
how the
only.
Hustle Enterprise.
Oh
And
yeah, no
I
doubt.
am Hank.
Uh-huh,
H2H Cleaning.
no doubt.
Custom Hustle. That part.
However, since you brought this up, flying me out situations, because these are things that people are very much into. This might be a part of the fairy tale. When somebody was getting flew out, it was because an NBA player was in a not so desirable city, and he just needed something to do tonight, i.e., whoever he flew out. So he flew her out. He did what he did, and then went home. Now they call that trafficking. But
Whoa, 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 whoa.
that is what a fly out was. That's not my wife is telling me to fly her out. That's not flying you out. You're my wife or you're my significant other. This is not me flying you out. This is us going some damn where. Like, let's learn what things mean before we just start saying.
Right.
Man, so like I was trying to say, my bad. Excuse the tangent I went on there.
That's all
What
right.
is
That's
that?
what podcasting is.
What the hell is the fairy tale now that people are trying to elevate? Because I'm a little
Listen, I don't know.
confused.
See, because especially like some of the younger generation, they don't want to get married. You know what I mean? Marriage
Hmm.
is not on the table for them. I've heard some young people say they don't want to get married because they what marriage looks like to them from like the older women in their family, it doesn't look desirable. So to them, they don't even see the marriage or the husband and the white picket fence. That's not their fairy tale because to them, it only can ever be a fairy tale because that's the only way they ever seen it. It's no way to elevate that. That's some people's mindset. There's no way to elevate that fairy tale. So yeah, I think that a lot of people in this day and age, that's not the fairy tale anymore. The fairy tale is not two-parent household, two kids, a dog, and a white picket fence.
All right, so now let me go back to the initial question for myself. How do I elevate my fairy tale? Because, like I said, since you said that the other night, I was like, that is like a tricky type joint.
What's your fairy
But
tale?
I don't really think I ever had a fairy tale
What's something
because
that you dream about? I mean, because that's basically what it means. A fairy tale is something of your imagination.
so this is why I'm bad. This is why I'm a bad person to buy gifts for. Is because if I think like, damn, I really like dot dot dot. The only thing that I really want to buy that I ain't bought for myself yet is the smoker. And other than that, it's like I'm at a point in my life where it's like if I really wanted it that bad, I'll forget what it costs. I'm gonna just buy it because
Hmm.
I'm not really into being inconvenienced. Life is gonna inconvenience me enough. Reality has kicked in so much that a fairy tale has become a thing that's like, yeah, I can't even imagine what to imagine these days. Uh, when something like I can give you like always tell people about the picture of me at my cousin's party. Um, my wife takes this picture of me and I got on a jacket, a sweatsuit, and I'm like, I own all of that shit that I got on in that picture except them Nikes. So maybe we could just say that the fairy tale would have been like getting the sneaks done. Now we're up to 5 versions of the sneakers. Boots also available over there at Custom Hustle World, but that's for the next segment. Um, so yeah, I would say like when I have something in my head that is like, I wonder if I can do this or how can I do that, then I just kind of do it so that it
Right.
never becomes a fairy tale type of thing. Because, like you said, a fairy tale is just something that you kind of just gonna wish on, and it probably ain't gonna happen because it's something that you've imagined. It's something that you've built up to be so big in your head that it couldn't be even what you expected to live up to. Like you kind of talk yourself, you kind of dream yourself out of that, which is not even really you talking it. It's really just you visualizing, internalizing these things. So like you
Right.
kind of dream yourself out of them situations because real life didn't kick in so much. Again, life be life, and shouts out to my man Nah and me, baby.
Well, so the reason why I put it on my vision board is it is because it was something I wanted to do. I wanted to elevate some fairy tales, not just one. Like I said, did the live show, the Alta T-shirt brand, that was a fairy tale. That was a dream I had that I sat on, for a long time. I traveled a lot more this year. You know what I'm saying? I did the work to say that I'm gonna give myself the soft life. So yeah, I definitely elevated my fairy tale because life was hard, for a long time, and it was mostly my doing making it that way. So it's like once you're intentional about saying I'm gonna um do better for myself or live a different life, that's basically what elevating the fairy tale means. Because there was a point in time where the life I live now really was a fairy tale to me, that I could have peace, you know what I mean, that I could be in my own home, that I could have a business, and as you would say, be paid talent. All of that is me elevating my fairy tale, because these are the things I always dreamed of having, but for some reason or another didn't have, mostly because I was in my own way. But that's the point of the vision board. You put things on there that you gonna plan to follow. And that was a big one for me, was elevate your
So,
fairy tale.
so this is one thing I try not to always do. Uh, you and I, both of y'all, always give me something from a different perspective, and it was like I just wasn't looking at it like that, which is why I didn't answer the question like that. But because of something
Hmm.
that you just said, it just gave me something that I thought of. For myself, is the festival.
Right.
Um, How to Hustle Festival is something I've been working on since 2020. And I remember Insecure, Issa does the block party.
Hmm.
And I am like, you son of a bitch, you stole my entire idea.
Hmm.
That is one of them, like I said, it's an eternal thing where you kind of like visualizing it and trying to put it together, but it's like, I can't really put it into words yet, or I can't really get that vision done. So, okay, actually, well, along those lines, because like I said, you got to just think a little bit outside the box, go a little bit deeper inside yourself. There, that's
Right.
something that I've been working on for 4 years, and I probably only told maybe three people. Well, now it's out there, paid talent like myself, got a few listeners. Um, that's something that I've been working on. Yeah, like I said, for almost 5 years now. And I don't like to do things just to do them. I don't want to do it just to say I did it and then it wasn't right, or something happened. You know how the city is where we live at. You got this nigga advertised on the flyer, and now they got a problem with these niggas in this part of town, and now we got a whole bad situation. So yeah, the things that we've been doing, the way we've been moving, and connections that I've made with different people from different places is like, I guess then I am slowly elevating that fantasy and fairy tale and putting that situation together. So shouts out to
And
Ty for getting me to realize that.
hey, listen, you elevated my fairy tale. I expressed my fairy tale to you the very first time I was on this show when we got off, and I said, what did I say? I said I always wanted to do a live show. I was in radio for 14 years, but I had never done a live show. And then when I told you that, you was like, "Oh yeah, we can do that. I've done that, whatever." So you elevated my fairy tale this year by even, helping put all that together. You and Keith orchestrating that. That was elevating my fairy tale. So when you hear them words, it doesn't necessarily have to be, the white picket fence or something you actually saw on a fairy tale. I mean, yeah, there's no real fairy tale about doing a live podcast show, but it was my fairy tale and it was elevated. So that's what that statement means.
Yeah, because like I said, the white picket fence situations ain't what everybody's looking for. Like you said, talk to
Hmm.
plenty of people who don't want to get married. We both just
Right.
expressed we don't want no damn dogs. Like,
Mm-mm.
so everybody's fairy tale ain't the same. Everybody's
Mm-mm.
happily ever after ain't the same. Everybody's anything ain't the same. Just because we all had different experiences. So you might like vanilla ice cream, I might like chocolate, but we all like shit. All
Right. Right. Yeah, that's the whole
right.
thing. Like that's what that whole statement was about, is just not sitting on it. It's only a fairy tale because you're not making it come true. And a lot of those fairy tales came true this year because I was very intentional about making that happen. Very intentional. All my stuff, all my teas, all my cups, like this one, soft life single, not all that is me elevating my fairy tale. And that's
All
why I
right,
tell
Florida.
people, you manifest, everything I do is me elevating my fairy tale. The t-shirt line, everything, all the quotes, everything is intentional about how I want to live or who I am now, all of that. And I couldn't elevate my fairy tale without changing, without making some changes to some things, or even believing that I can elevate my fairy tale, or I deserve to for my fairy tale to not be a fairy tale no more. So all those things are important in the elevation.
Copy that. Now, Yeah, we go to the next segment of the show. You got the vision board with you right there, don't you?
I do.
All right, copy. That's going to lead us into the next segment of the show, which is get to know Taya. We've learned a lot about Taya because, again, she's a reoccurring guest. She might be even here on the next episode. You never know.
Hey.
Um, Get to know though is sponsored by Custom Hustle. That is at Custom Hustle World on Instagram. It's Custom Hustle Co on Twitter. We got custom jerseys, jackets, sweatsuits, tracksuits. 5 versions of the sneaks. Okay, 5 different sneakers. 5 versions of the sneaks available in any color. We got the boots. We got the barber capes. You name it, we got it. Hats, sunglasses, whatever you need, we customizing it and we hustling it over there at Custom Hustle World. So get at us. Now, Taya, you
Mm-hmm.
got your vision board from 2024 right there with you.
I do.
What's one thing on your vision board that you didn't get to?
Mm,
It's at just Taya Brand on Instagram.
I mean, it says have it all. I don't have it all, but
What does having it all mean then?
I mean, I'm still not married.
Is
I'm
being
not.
married having it all?
I mean, that's a part of the piece of my puzzle. Yeah.
Okay. So come on, we haven't. This is get to know Taya. This is not get to know Hank. So you said having it all. You brought it up. I gave you your own board and said you pick one, and it's what you pick.
Because
What is
that's the only
having it
thing on
all?
there I didn't do.
Copy. So now
Yeah.
as we going into 25, and we got a whole lot, we're gonna do a whole vision board episode to you were saying for the podcast
Hmm.
link for 2025. Y'all stay tuned. We call that a tease in the business. Paid talent like us knows how to do those type of things, Taya. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So now you tell and TV stars, in fact, these days, Taya, you know what I'm saying?
Hey,
You know
that
what I'm
part.
saying? This face
On
belongs in the
Monday.
tissue.
Yeah, exactly. No, you so yeah, I was gonna say, I was looking for that clip for days because I'm gonna put it with a video.
I thought that's what Tone was gonna say on his promotional joint. Shouts out to Tone, the promoter.
Yeah, because he big. He's a
So yeah,
Big
what
Martin
does
quote
have
person too.
all right. So yeah, what does having it all look like though? Or what is having
Well,
it all?
so now to be clear, just like my author T says, I am content, right? I am content um with the things that I don't
Slide
have.
a little bit so they can see the shirt a little bit right there. Slide a little bit so they can see the shirt right there. Oh, there you go. Right there you go. Product placement. E Block
I am
Radio Network, two
content
o'clock
and
every
I am
Monday.
content. It's a double entendre. Um, I am content in life overall, without having it. But when I just said I want to have it all, all is peace, financial stability, emotional stability, somebody to be stable with, you know what I mean, aka a husband. So that's what have it all means to me. Now, again, I am content, right, without having it all, but that's something that I desire.
Copy that. What I like about your answer there was I'm content where I'm at, but I also realize that things can always be better, and
Exactly.
I'm not gonna try to psych myself out into thinking that the what I have is it all. Because sometimes
So, mhm.
all people be needing, like, man, companionship becomes a very big thing.
Listen,
Like
man, it's huge.
yeah, companionship is a very big thing. Like having somebody that you could just talk to, having somebody that you could be all the things that you are with is essentially you having it all. Especially once you
Exactly.
get to like my kids is grown type John, and they gonna always need you because they're gonna always be your kids. But
Mhm.
it ain't like when they 7 and scrape their knee and they need some ointment and a band-aid.
Right.
So I get you. All
Yeah,
right,
because
now
I
let's
have a grown kid, so that's what I'm saying. It's like that part of my life is, completed. I have a grown child, so it's not like I have little kids to look after. I really just have to look after myself. You know what I mean? And it's just me, myself, a lot of times. You know what I'm saying? So, and a lot of people get that mixed up though, because if I say I'm content, it's like, well, how can you be content with this and this and that? Content doesn't mean comfortable. It's two different things, right? It's like I'm sitting there watching TV and I got soda, I got popcorn. Now I might want like a oatmeal cream pie, right? But I'm really good with the popcorn and soda. You know what I'm saying? So
hmm
that's basically what content is. Like at the moment, I don't feel like I need to get up and get that oatmeal cream pie, even if eventually I do want it. I'm content with the popcorn and the soda while I'm
You
watching the show.
also said though
So,
in the you also said in the beginning though, like I like being comfortable in my space.
mm-hmm.
And if I'm comfortable in my space, this is one thing that has to go with me having a significant other or a more stable financial situation. Everybody, Bill Gates think he need more money. Elon think he need more money. Whoever think they need more money. So like, that's always gonna be what that is. But yeah, like content, it has a bunch of different meanings, and a lot of people's problem usually is that we always think that we deserve better than we have. And if
Right.
everybody, like I always say, if everybody has what they think that they should have, then nobody has anything.
Yes, that, yeah.
If everybody's child is special, then nobody's child is special. Like
Right.
everything can't be for everybody. If
Right. That's
everybody has a
true.
business and nobody's buying anything, then nobody's making any money off these businesses. Like there's always has to be a
Yeah.
give and take. There has to be both sides of every situation.
But
All right.
yeah, but it's crazy because like I said, when you tell people you content, they looking at you like, "Is you single?" But you know what I mean? But you know what I mean? Like they'll just start like looking at certain things and be like, how can a person be content with that? But content doesn't mean you don't strive for more. It just means you don't have that feeling like you have to chase anything. I'm not chasing anything. I let things come to me, you know what I mean, as they should. When you're not content, you have that feeling like, oh my God, I gotta chase this, I gotta chase money, I gotta chase. I don't chase anything. Y'all know that. I don't chase anything. If the situation is not peaceful or it don't feel right to me, I'm not gonna do it. And that has nothing to do with, like I'm not moved by money. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not chasing money. I'm not chasing money. I'm never chasing money.
I don't chase because I'm the catch. What the fuck am I going to chase
Hey,
for?
that part. But yeah, I don't chase money though. I
my
just was
wife,
saying that yesterday about how I
my
don't
wife
chase money.
begged me. I'm the catch.
Oh boy, here we go. What's his name? What's Simone Blau's husband name? You up
Or
here
the
talking
boy
about
from the
you the catch?
Bears. All right, this is another one. Get to know
What's his
Taya.
name? Jonathan Owens. Yeah.
This is another get to know Taya because you're saying an author like yourself. What is the best book that you wrote,
That
or
I wrote.
what is your favorite? Excuse me. What is your favorite book?
Well, I only have one book right now.
Nah, what do you mean you only got one?
Oh, you talking about my journal?
Yeah, come on,
Oh,
girl.
all right. Well, first cappuccino sugar because it's my baby. It's the first book. I published. It's my baby. That's my baby. That's all I
Where
can
might
say about it.
one
It's my baby. It's the one. It's my reasonable doubt. You know what I'm saying?
That's my reasonable doubt. So what you're saying is you coming back to jerk Dame and them for them royalties. Copy.
No, I'm saying people ain't going to appreciate it until 20 years later. It's ahead of its time. That's what I'm saying. Don't do that. do
You left yourself open
that.
for that
Don't
one.
do that.
All right, y'all. So we gonna close the show out with what do we need to know? What do we need to know is sponsored by H2H Cleaning. That is at H2H Cleaning on Instagram only. Roof and plumbing, flooring, HVAC, cleanups, cleanouts, remodeling, carpets, flooring, however you need it. We're making it happen over there at H2H Cleaning. We're here to help, so just tell us how we can help. Taya, what is it that we
Woo!
need to know?
What do y'all need to know, man? Listen, this list is long. Oh, let's see. Well, you see in the background is author tees. I designed every shirt. As far as the quotes, they're all original quotes authored by me, author T, and printed and shipped by Juggy Designs. www.juggyddesigns.com/AUTHORTEES. Next,
We'll
Monday.
have that down in the description for those who didn't catch the spelling.
Thank you. Monday, December the 9th. I and myself, Mr. Know It All, Tony Promoter, Dana, Mr. Hart, Sonny, Life Be Life and Nah,
Mel Harris,
comedian
don't leave
Mel
out my
Harris,
and leave out my man Mel.
comedian Mel Harris, as well as Britt, will be on live on BS3 Network. Shout out to BS3 Network. The show will be streaming Monday, December 9th at 7 p.m. on Roku TV. So download the BS3 app so that you can, well, it will, it will probably have aired by the time y'all see this.
Oh no, we on demand. No, 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 we on demand. You know what I'm saying? We
Oh,
there. They can
okay.
get
So we
at us. Yeah,
understand. So
yeah, you can get at us. We on demand.
y'all won't get to see it live on December the 9th, but you'll still always be able to watch it past December the 9th. So yeah, when this episode come out, you'll still see it. And then last but not least, December 21st, which is a Saturday, 5 to 9 at Crush Lounge again. Shout out to Crush Lounge. Myself, Sunny, Star, and Dana, the podcast link Philly ladies will be hosting the Ain't Nothing Ugly But the Sweater Party, which means come to the party with your ugly sweater, but be cute in every other way, meaning the rest of your outfit and your attitude. So yeah, we're gonna do Christmas karaoke. We're gonna play games. They got drinks at Crush. They got amazing food at Crush. I like the turkey burgers personally. Yeah, it's gonna be a vibe. Now follow the podcast link Philly page if you want to see how everything we do is a vibe. Everything we do is a vibe. People leave and say, "Oh my God, I had a great time." When y'all going to do something else, and that's why we are a success. So that's what y'all needed to know, and that's
One thing I want to throw in there, since you said this, always pack a positive attitude when we're going out, ladies. The sweater can be ugly, the shoes can be cute, the pants can be nice. The attitude needs to be adjusted. Because from what I hear from my single folks, it's rough out here in them streets. Okay, if we can stop coming in like no limit soldiers, niggas can stop coming in like bad bitches. Maybe we can make some things happen.
whoa.
But
See, here he
I,
go, y'all. That ain't
that was
he
that
said
was
that. He said
episode.
that.
I definitely did. And you can at me. You know where I'm at. I'm all over.
He ain't
Um,
never lied though. He ain't never
that was
lied.
that was episode 159 of How to Hustle Podcast. Behind Taya. Thank you. We are out.